Welcome to the Jasmine and Jay Show. I'm Jasmine, y'all. 24 years young, a blend of Black and Hispanic vibes, rocking it as a primary school teacher in NYC. Married to the one and only Thomas, who's slaying it in finance at 26. And yo, make some noise for Jay. Hey, I'm Jay. 24, proud of my African descent, saving lives as a registered nurse in the city that never sleeps. My partner in crime, Bobby, 27, bringing the heat in the finance world. We're about to drop all the gems on love, relationships, finance, and everything else you could dream of. Get ready for those weekly vibes that'll have you coming back for more. So, whether you're chilling or on the go, we look forward to you tuning in every week for all things love, relationship, finance, and everything in between. Happy Sunday, people. It's your favorite duo, Jasmine and Jay, and we're back for another heart check episode of the Jasmine and Jay Show. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 4, Part 2, as we continue to explore our theme for this month, communication issues. Today's episode is titled, Too Loud to Love, Managing Conflict Without Tearing Each Other Apart. This is Episode 4, Part 2, because it's the bonus addition to our last episode, Episode 4, which was titled, You Ain't My Mama. Love doesn't cancel conflict, but how we handle that conflict makes all the difference between thriving and tearing each other apart. If you've ever raised your voice, stormed off, or said something you couldn't take back, this conversation is for you. So, Jay, when you and Thomas first got married, who caught the volume spike first during an argument? And be honest, did you think being louder meant you were winning? In those early days, I definitely had those moments where I thought being louder made my point stronger. But I quickly learned that it wasn't about winning, but about understanding. And Jay, for you and Bobby, what's one thing you do differently now when tension starts rising in the room? For us, it's all about taking a deep breath first. We've learned to slow things down and ask each other questions rather than assume. It's kind of like a reset button, helping us to stay grounded and focused on resolving rather than escalating. Also, Jasmine, how do you know when it's time to pause and pray instead of pushing your point? It's about feeling that knot inside, that signal that the conversation is heading away from love and towards pride. That's when I know it's time to pause and invite peace through prayer. It helps realign our hearts and brings clarity to the discussion. What's the difference between a healthy disagreement and a destructive conflict? Healthy disagreement, Jay, is all about communication, where both partners are open to expressing their views and listening to each other. It's constructive and focuses on finding solutions and understanding rather than winning. The intention is to strengthen the relationship through honest dialogue. Exactly, and it's less about emotions running high and more about respecting each other's perspectives. When disagreements are healthy, they can lead to growth and greater intimacy because both parties feel heard and valued. On the flip side, destructive conflict tends to involve raised voices, personal attacks, and a lack of listening. It's when the conversation turns from understanding to blaming. The focus shifts from resolving an issue to defending oneself or tearing the other down, which can be really damaging. Right, and destructive conflict can drive a wedge between partners, creating distance and mistrust. It's often fueled by unresolved emotions and can leave lasting scars if not addressed and healed over time. It's essential to steer disagreements away from the destructive path and towards productive, loving exchanges. The goal is to keep the focus on the issues at hand and work together to address them. Turning conflict into an opportunity for connection rather than division is key in any relationship. But what separates couples that grow from those that implode? Let's explore that. Jasmine, it's really about how they manage those arguments. Couples that grow tend to have a foundation of respect and open communication. They prioritize understanding over being right and are willing to listen and adjust. It's like they see each disagreement as a chance to strengthen their bond. Exactly. There's an element of vulnerability involved, too. It's being willing to admit when you're wrong or when you need to learn more about your partner's perspective. The focus is on teamwork and not letting pride get in the way of resolution. And those that implode typically let anger and defensiveness take the wheel, getting caught up in cycles of blame and resentment. There's often an unwillingness to communicate openly or compromise, which can erode trust and deepen misunderstandings. Absolutely, and the willingness to forgive is crucial too. Couples that grow are able to move past issues with grace, whereas unresolved grudges fester when there's no avenue for forgiveness and reconciliation. By choosing to engage rather than withdraw and by valuing empathy and compassion over conflict, couples can navigate arguments in ways that build up rather than tear down. It's all about viewing challenges as opportunities for deeper connection. Proverbs 15:1 says, "A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger." How has this verse shown up in your real-life arguments? Oh, Jay, this verse has been a beacon in many of our heated discussions. When emotions run high, it's so easy to lash out with harsh words, but I've seen how taking a moment to breathe and responding calmly can completely change the atmosphere. Using a soft answer often helps de-escalate the situation and invites understanding instead of fueling the fire. Absolutely. It's fascinating how simply the tone of voice can make or break a conversation. When I choose to approach Bobby with gentleness, it creates a safe space for him to open up too, turning potential conflict into a meaningful dialogue. Exactly, and it's about creating an environment where both partners feel respected and heard. When one chooses a softer response, it often encourages the other to mirror that tone, shifting from confrontation to collaboration. It's like choosing patience over impulse, remembering that our ultimate goal is connection, not conflict. This proverb is such a powerful reminder that loving words can soothe even the most tense moments between partners. Indeed, it's about harnessing the power of our words to uplift rather than wound, knowing that peace is built one gentle conversation at a time. So, Jay, some people process out loud, while others need space to gather their thoughts. What happens when these styles clash in marriage? When these processing styles clash, it can initially create frustration and misunderstanding. The person who processes out loud might feel neglected, or like their partner is shutting down if they don't engage immediately. Meanwhile, the partner needing space might feel overwhelmed or pressured to respond too quickly. It's important for couples to recognize and respect each other's styles. Understanding that it's not about avoiding the conversation, but about needing time to think can be key. Establishing a mutual understanding helped us navigate this difference. And having that understanding can be so liberating. Setting boundaries and agreeing on a time to revisit the conversation can provide the space one partner needs, while still respecting the other's need to express themselves. Yes, and communication about this difference is essential. It's about expressing, "I need some time to process," or "Can we talk this out together openly?" By doing so, it acknowledges both partners' needs and creates a compromise that works for both. Knowing each other's styles fosters patience and empathy, opening the way for harmonious communication, even when the initial approaches differ. That recognition helps prevent these differences from becoming points of contention and instead creates a balanced space for growth. What does emotional safety look like when things get heated? Emotional safety, Jay, during heated moments is all about feeling secure enough to express your thoughts and emotions without fear of being attacked or disregarded. It means knowing that even if voices raise or tempers flare, there's a mutual understanding that the goal is resolution, not victory. When emotional safety is present, conversations can be intense but not destructive. It's about each partner feeling heard and validated, even if there's disagreement. The safety net allows for a more honest exchange without the fear of repercussions. Exactly, and establishing some ground rules can help maintain that safety, like agreeing not to interrupt, attacking each other personally, or stepping away if things get too heated, but with the intent to return to the conversation with clearer heads. Yes, and it's also about reassurance, letting each other know that despite the argument, the love and commitment to one another remain strong. This creates a foundation where even difficult conversations can happen within a space of trust. For sure, it's choosing to be allies in conflict rather than adversaries. By fostering emotional safety, couples can navigate challenges and come out stronger, knowing they are both protected and supported by love. Let's close this out with a few key takeaways from the episode. We learned that healthy disagreement is normal, but destructive conflict is a choice. Proverbs 15:1 reminds us that tone can shift the entire atmosphere. We discussed how conflict-style clashes are often rooted in personality and upbringing, and we also highlighted that emotional safety is the foundation of productive conflict. Without it, arguments can leave scars. If this episode has blessed you, challenged you, or made you think twice about your next heated exchange, share your thoughts with someone you love. Stay connected. Drop us a DM or comment. We'd love to hear how God is redefining your commitments through this season. Next week, we're going deeper with episode 5, called He's Not a Mind Reader, Sis. Learn to express your needs. Spoiler alert, active listening is more than polite. It's transformative. Until then, family, keep your heart soft, your ears open, and your love rooted in Christ. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Jasmine and Jay Show. We really, really hope you enjoyed this episode. And don't forget to like, share, and drop a comment or question. We're all ears. See you next week for more vibes and good times. Keep shining bright.